Okay, another update on my cheated up car here. Update for the Smith brothers. Especially JR, I know he really likes this. Basically this weekend like I said, to get myself motivated, did all the big heavy cutting. You can see that piece is kind of sticking out. It's going to go inside there. And you can see what I've been explaining, this huge plate that goes on top. Got this idea from the old timers. They'll run this piece to about there, and you'll never see this because the body sits over it. But I thought, why just stop there? If you're going to cheat, go all the way. I'll show you what the front looks like in a second. That one hasn't been ground yet, that's why it's just hanging out. This one fits nice. As you can see, it's all nicely ground. Fits in there tight. Goes all the way back to that body bolt. All I gotta do in here is like a bunch of small pieces and one long one. I'll probably go all the way up to about this area where the door bar will go across. Everything's basically gonna be tied into the door bars too. That fits nice. Now I just got a whole lot of welding. I also got my these holes at the bottom are 2 1/4. I got my 2 1/4 heavy pipe here I found at work. I got another idea I'll show you here. And it's going to be hidden by some plates that, like everybody else does. I go over here and grab a nice big whole collection here. Grab a washer. This is a good idea. I'll grab my 3/4 inch bolt too. Got these mostly for the nuts, but the bolts are good too. Whole 5-gallon bucket of them. Basically what I'm going to do, I'll use a thicker washer than that. Probably just cut some more steel and set it inside there. Weld it, but it's going to be recessed quite a bit. Actually it's going to be recessed enough to hide this nut down in there. And then that way it's, instead of being bolted at an angle, because the frame was angled at the bottom, it'd be nice and straight and be able to tighten down good. And then I'll let it stick out a bit. And then I'll run the plates like everybody else does on the bottom. So you'll never even see any of that. That plate will be down there covered at an angle. The problem with it, when you mount something like that at an angle and the bolts in there, it never comes loose. That's why I normally never use anything more than take the stock pucks out and use the stock bolts, because they'll go in straight. But when you start these crazy angles, I've seen a lot of guys with all the way up to 1 inch all thread, their bolts come loose or even break the all thread, and then their frame will be the first thing to give. The whole frame will just do this. It'll buckle out here and it'll come in here. So that's where I came up with that idea. And like I said, I'll have the pipes going down all these holes. This one here I have to make a spacer because it sticks up. Plus I'll also fill in that area there. Should do good. Now up here I'll show you what that did too. As you see, it goes all the way up. And then same thing, it's going to cover the holes. It'll drill the holes or torch the holes, and the body can be bolted down solid. I'll use the stock bolts up here, or actually I'll just go buy some grade 8 shorter ones. Let's zip that down good. But anyway, as you can see, should have started calling this project Overkill, because basically that's what it's kind of become. And I'll show you another way this is being tied in. Can't run anything here across the body inside because they'd see it. But here, underneath the body, after I weld the nuts in for the shock, it'll be a big old piece of steel. I'll curve it so it looks like a body mount or whatever, or a washer. It'll go all the way across. And then like this, my straight edge back here will be inside the trunk, going all the way across. It'll be bigger, of course, but then you're gonna see it. When you look down at this angle through the trunk, you ain't gonna be able to see it because the trunk is gonna be up here. My boss was thinking I should tuck the trunk and all that. I was thinking, with all this steel in here, and this being a weakling, it's going to bend up no matter what. And to make it last longer, I'm just going to weld the trunk solid all the way around and not even bother tucking or nothing. You can even canoe it to make it stronger, but I'll only canoe it down in the center if it starts going the wrong way. But because it ain't gonna matter. Hell, if the back end somehow gets smashed back the back window, what do I care? To start using the front end, it's gonna be the strongest part of the car. But anyways, thought you'd enjoy that. This little video here. Hopefully, I can't wait till I get to turn this thing over and start welding, because that means I'll be really close to being done. As you can see, I got a lot of welding to do here, but it should be good. Still got to do all the bottom. The only thing in the front I got to do is a couple little pieces here, probably 3 pieces on each side there. Then when I turn it over, that giant spring spacer, but actually that's just going to reinforce the spring pocket. It'll go up in there, and I'll put a few more pieces inside when I got it upside down going that way. But anywho, so far so good. You need to check out that 305, and still need to work on the Oldsmobile engine. Well, I got my tranny fixed. It had been fixed and welded, but I didn't get a chance to grind it, and I ground this all smooth, so you can see the tranny pan fits on there again. Retap that hole. It's my Oldsmobile tranny, or got that adapter plate there. I can put it behind that 305 if I want. We'll see what the wife's run. I think the wife's going to be running pretty much to a similar car, but we're not going to do all this to it because I ain't got room for 2 cars to last forever. This one we'll just park away in the backyard and let it sit until the next Derby one, once the season starts going. But anywho, I'll let you get out of here. Talk to you later.